Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Good evening. How are you?
I'm great. Today I went to school, so I'm pretty like I don't know what to say. Like my exams are coming near, so I'm a bit stressed about them, but it's all right. So I'm pretty good. What about you?
That's great. Okay. So I'm very fine. I'm very good as well. I'm doing very well. So um my day was also pretty good, I would say, but it's the weekend, so I get some time to relax over the weekend. So I'm kind of like chilled out right now.
Yes, yes.
Right. So before we proceed, how do we pronounce your name?
It's Adrija Biswas.
Adrija. Okay, great, great. Perfect. Are you from Kolkata?
Yes.
Okay, great. All right.
I'm not really from Kolkata. Kolkata is in the south of West Bengal. I'm from the north of West Bengal.
Okay, all right. Okay. I have a friend of mine who has the same surname. So that is why
Oh,
I found out. Yeah, because she is from Kolkata. So that's how I got, I mean, I got reminded of her.
yes, yes.
Okay. So before we begin, let me quickly introduce myself because we are meeting for the first time. So I'm Ramya, and I work as a teacher in a school here in Delhi, and I teach English to students of grade 8, 9, and 10. And
Oh,
yes, I'm quite free in the evening, so I just thought I'd use my time productively. So that's why I'm here with Clapingo.
I
Okay.
see.
Yes. So what about you? Looks like you are in school.
Yes, yes. I read in school. I'm a student, and I read in class eight. But I will be promoted to class nine soon, like this March. I mean, like I think a few weeks after.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, I'm pretty excited about that. And well, yes, this is all. And I live in West Bengal.
Okay, great, awesome. So, which is your favorite subject in school?
My favorite subject is biology.
Bio. Okay. And why do you like bio?
Because I love learning about life and like science. Not only bio, I love physics and chemistry too. But like
Mm,
biology is really close to my heart because I don't know why, but I just think that that is the best thing I could have ever I could have ever learned. So like yes, biology is always my favorite. Like anything, botany or zoology, but like anything would go for me. But it's biology.
all right, perfect. Okay. So now let's begin with the session. So how do you want to go about with today's session? Would you like to go ahead with the session document or do you want to have a general conversation? Whichever you prefer.
Anything, anything would go. You can go with
Okay.
the session document if you want to.
All right, perfect. So that means let's begin with the extempore topic today. This is something that I like in Clappingo sessions. Okay, so there are two topics. I'll read out both the topics. You could choose any one and you can give a speech for about 2 to 3 minutes. Okay, so the first topic is luck or hard work. Okay, and the second one is well begun is half done. It's a very famous proverb.
Yes, yes. I think it's by Aristotle.
Yeah, Aristotle.
Yes, yes. Um, luck or hard work? Like, I think so. Of course, hard work. Like, if in everyone's mind, hard work would come first always. Like, hard work. When you do hard work, you reach success. But the term that I want to use over here is smart work. Like, sometimes like you can do it in a pretty less amount of time if you just use your brains a little. So like I think if you do smart work, then you reach the success much more easier than hard work. But of course, hard work is really important. And about luck, you get lucky until and unless you work hard and you get that chances, and that time you get lucky. So I think these two things are combined together. Luck also plays an important role in reaching one's success, but you have to do hard work for that. So like these two are the two things that will make you reach your destiny. So like both are combined with each other and both are important for your success.
Absolutely. agree with you. It's like two ingredients. So you need a little bit of luck and you need a lot of hard work so that you can reach
Yes,
to that success point in your life, right? So yes, I completely agree with you, and I believe in this also, and it has helped me, I would say, in a lot of times it has helped me, and I've seen it happen, to myself. So that is why I believe in it strongly, right? Okay, that's great. Okay, so now let's move on to the topic, which is all about fame, being famous, right? So that's something that all of us really like, right? We like to be famous wherever it is, whatever
yes,
it is, even if it's a little thing, that appreciation, or when somebody recognizes you for what you do, that is nothing but the fame, right? So
yes,
how
yes.
is fame important to you?
Um, fame, like when you are famous, like you're successful in your life. Of course, like if you are really famous, so that means you have reached that point of success that people recognizes you. But that doesn't mean that all of the time that if you have to reach success, then you have to become famous. That is true. But I think yes, for those occupations the fame is important. Like for example, if I talk about a celebrity or even a YouTuber, so these all fame is really important. Like fame is the thing that makes them successful. So and
Right.
others, I would say, like there are some occupations over there, maybe you don't need to become that much famous to reach that point of success. So like it depends on people's opinion, how much fame is important to them, what goals you have in your life. I think so. Like, I don't know whether I want to become famous or not, because like that is a really it also goes in my mind whether would I like to be famous, because there are a lot of cons for being famous, like you don't have privacy at all, like they are like hacking into your life and just all this paparazzi and everything. So I think it is a bit hard to be famous, but do get all they are rich, they're successful, that is true. So I don't know at all, but well, I'd say like I don't know what occupation I want to go to right now. So if that depends on being famous, maybe, then of course I would love to.
Why not? Yeah. Right. Great. Yes, you're right. It comes with both pros and cons. And in most cases, from what we see, it's a lot of cons that is
Yes,
holding the highest weightage. But yeah, of course, when you become famous, yes, you become rich, you are successful. Yeah, so in a way it's good, but then we have to be careful about that as well, because too much of
yes,
anything is good for nothing again. So it's very
yes,
important that we strike a balance somewhere, right? Perfect.
yes, yes.
Okay, so if you would like to be famous for something, what would that be?
I don't know. I would like to be famous for doing something good, not just for
Okay.
being viral or something like that. Doing something good for people. And I don't know whether I would choose an occupation over here, because like I don't really have that wish to be an actress or a singer or something like that. But I would love to do people good, and if I ever become famous, be that for a good thing. Like I have done good for the people, and that's why.
Okay. Probably someone like Mother Teresa, who was
Yes,
recognized for
yes,
the charity and for the way she treated people, right? That's true. Very good. Excellent. So it's good to hear it from, from your generation. Yeah. Okay. So definitely, all of us at one point of time, we want that success, we want that fame. If not the fame, but at least recognition, right? But sometimes what happens is once we get that recognition of fame, um, people change, right? People do show some changes in their characteristics. But what are some qualities that a famous person should always have, irrespective of whether he's famous or not?
yes, yes, of course. Like there are a lot of examples. For example, like the children especially, or the teenagers, like before 25 years old, maybe, like they just don't know what to say and what not to say, and maybe they just write something bad on social media, and like everyone is against him or her. So that is a really like a con of being a celebrity. 'Cause I have seen that, because nobody just cares about your opinion if you're not famous, but everybody would go through your opinions once you become famous. So I think being famous, you need to be really you literally know that what to speak and what not to speak in front of the people, because like you have a duty, because you have to
Right.
show the good to people. So, like, I think you should not change your characteristics at all, because being famous doesn't mean that you will change your personality. You need to stay the same as you were before you became famous, because one need to understand from where he or she went to that point, like the struggles. One needs to understand everything. So, if a person understands the struggle and remembers it, then I don't think so. His or her characteristics are going to change. But yes, a lot of people change, and that is not a good thing, because being a celebrity means everyone's eyes are on you.
Right. So people are looking up to you, so you need to be that person that you've always been. And just because you've got that fame or money now, changing your personality, your characteristics is the last thing that you should be thinking about, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
because people have liked you for who you've been so far.
yes,
So when you change, then people will start disliking you and things will go for a toss then, right? Okay.
yes, yes.
Okay, so one last question before we wrap up. So, what is more important to you, fame or respect?
Respect, because like, well, of course I would choose respect over here, because like if you are famous but you don't have that respect, like everyone doesn't respect you at all. They just think of you as just a person that became famous without anything, without any talent or something. Like it's much better than being less successful, being less famous, but having that respect with people. So like respect really plays an important role, because in one's life, because like everything depends upon the respect. The jobs that you are doing, it doesn't depends upon the money, it depends upon the respect that you get by doing that job or by that career. So like I think everyone should choose respect over here, because like there is no use of becoming famous until and unless everyone sees you like in the bad way at that time. If you don't have any respect, they don't have any respect for you. So I think respect. Of course, I would choose respect.
Absolutely. So, any day it's respect. So, definitely one would not do anything at the cost of their respect because that's something that you've earned for yourself. And at any point, you shouldn't let go of that in order to get something else, right? So, yes, absolutely. I agree with that as well. Okay, I think we are almost done for the session. We have like a couple of minutes to go, but before that, I would like to give you some quick suggestions before we wrap up this session. So,
Yeah.
first and foremost, I would like to appreciate you for being such an enthusiastic speaker. So it's so good to see you. I can see that you love to speak, and I'm looking forward to hearing or having more conversations with you because you're so energetic and enthusiastic with your ideas. So
Thank you.
that's a thumbs up. Yeah. Um, the first point that I have noted down is the usage of the word like is very often there in your speech. I mean, I understand because it comes more like a filler. Sometimes when we don't know what word to use, when we forget a word
Yes.
or something, we start using, like, or, more of, stuff, things. So these words automatically come to us, but it'll be great if you can, be conscious of this and try to avoid it as you go further because you're already good at it. So let's try to avoid that. And I think in one place, instead of instead of just saying recognize, you mentioned recognizes somewhere in the subject plural subject verb agreement somewhere. That is also
Yes.
something that I've noted down. And in most cases, when you use the word people, It is just people, because people doesn't come with a plural s. Of course, it comes with an apostrophe s when you're talking about the belonging. So this is people's property. In that case, it becomes the property. So it belongs to the people. So only when you talk about some belonging, we say people's. But otherwise, in most cases, it's just people as
People.
such. Yeah. But apart from that, it was all great, and you're doing very well. So keep this up. And anything else from your end?
Okay, I would love to have another session with you. Of course.
Definitely, definitely. So before we wrap up, good luck for your exams.
Thank
Do well.
you.
Yeah, and the next time I meet, probably you'll be in grade 9. So
Yes,
all the best for that.
thank you
Okay,
so much.
you're most welcome. I'll see you soon then. Have a good night's sleep, and have a great weekend.
Yes, you too.
Thank you so much. Bye bye.